Good afternoon to all. I hereby present the topic experimental design. First of all, I am going to give a brief introduction about experimental design. Experimental design was developed from agricultural design. It was developed by R.A. Fisher, who has done many work in the field agricultural research. The experimental design can be defined as the arranging of treatments or variables in such a manner that inference and conclusions regarding the effects of this treatment can be easily done and the reliability measured. While doing an experiment, in order to determine the effects and to reach in a conclusion, experimental design has to be done. The two main principles of experimental design are randomization and replication. Random assignments allows us to equalize the effects of unknown and uncontrollable source of variability. In an experiment, there may be number of variables. In order to determine the effects of these variables, we have to do random assignments. Replication is the repetition of experiment over a number of times. By repeating the experiment, we can increase the accuracy of results obtained in an experiment. Both randomization and replication is necessary for the accuracy of the results of an experiment. To ensure the validity in an experiment, randomization must be invariably accompanied by sufficient replication. Next is the plan of an experiment. While doing an experiment, we have to plan it. First step is to state the objective of the experiment. The statement should clearly mention the hypothesis to be tested. The second step is to describe the experiment. The description should include the type of experimental material, size of the experiment, and the number of replication. And the third, the last step is the method of analysis. Here the analysis of variance is done. The three important examples of experimental design are complete randomization, randomized blocks, and Latin squares. In complete randomization, we can explain it by an example. Suppose there is an agriculture experiment for a certain area of land. Let there be 4 different chemical treatments of soil. These different chemical treatments may produce different yield. Here, for a certain area of land, 4 different chemical treatments are used, and the effect of this different chemical treatment has to be tested. To design such an experiment, we may divide the land into 16 plots. First of all, we denote each treatment as W, X, Y, and Z. Then each treatment is assigned to 4 blocks chosen completely at random. The purpose of randomization is to eliminate various sources of error such as fertility of soil. This is the representation of complete randomization. Here we can see that the treatments W, X, Y, and Z is randomly distributed over the plot. Next is the randomized block design. Here we can consider an agricultural experiment for consisting of examining the yields per hectare of 4 different varieties of a particular crop, where each variety is grown on 4 different plots of land. Then a total of 16 plots are needed. In such a case, it is convenient to combine plots into blocks. Here 4 plots to a block. Here there are 4 different varieties of crop where each variety is grown on 4 different plots of land, so that 4 plots are combined to a block. This is the representation of randomized block design. Here we can see that the 4 plots are combined to one block. The third type is Latin square. It may be necessary to control 2 sources of error or variability at the same time as the difference in rows and difference in columns. For example, errors in different rows and columns could be due to changes in soil fertility in different plots of land. In such a case, it is desirable that each treatment should occur once in each row and once in each column. In complete randomization, the treatment is randomly distributed over the plot, and in random block design, the plots are combined to a block, and here each treatment should occur only once in row and once in each column. This arrangement is called Latin squares. This is the representation of Latin square. Here we can see that no one treatment is repeated in each column and each row. These are the three types of experimental design. While doing an experiment, in order to obtain as much information as possible, we have to carefully plan in advance. This planning is referred to as design of experiment.